in Kyrgyzstan, Dojian.
All right, welcome to Calm Before the Storm, ladies and gentlemen. And down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our blue Terran player from Team Empire. That is Beastyqt. And his opponent here in the upper right-hand portion of the map, trying to even things up for Team Mouse Sports. That is HasuObs, our yellow Protoss.
Yep, that is right. That is indeed HasuObs, and he is going to be our first Protoss player we've taken a look at today. Yep, PVT, a very interesting matchup right now. I feel like it's a matchup that's very, very strong for Protoss in the late game. That's what a lot of people are saying these days. And this map is really a map that kind of exemplifies that strength. The narrow running paths make it really easy to control the map with Colossi and High Templar. Basically all those area damage units that Protoss have. And that's probably what we're going to see here.
All right, well, we'll see if he wants to go for that possibly Creator Prime style, very heavy upgrade as well. That's kind of a style that HasuObs likes. Even in PvP, he'll prioritize upgrades so his Colossi are that much stronger and stuff like that. So
that's the interesting thing, is that it was actually the Western players that were doing that double forge style long before the Koreans really decided to do it quite a bit. It was popular in the West much earlier. I mean, even back early last year, we saw players. I always like to bring up the example of In Control on EG. Was one of the first people I remember using that. And then it wasn't really until Creator Prime started doing that in Korea that the Koreans were like, oh, hey, this is a good style too. And started adopting it for their own as well.
Well, we'll see. You know, Creator, I think, is the guy who's probably best at pulling it off at the moment, though, or at least just that slow, methodical, just continuing to march and get upgrades. He pulls it off really, really well. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, looks like actually Command Center first now for Beastyqt, as he's dropping that in the lower path on the back portion of his main.
Yep, not too surprising. It's quite a safe thing to do on this map, to throw that Command Center on the low ground like we just saw. Nothing is really going to get in and cause any trouble for you there.
HasuObs only has 2 on gas right now, so
yeah,
probably
I feel like that's probably a mistake, maybe, or he might just want to get that Nexus out slightly quicker.
Yeah, I've seen him actually get exactly 50 gas and then pull off, which is what he's doing right here.
Oh, interesting.
And, yeah, so he gets just enough for warp gate research, but then he can get his expansion so quickly.
Oh, sends another guy back in gas, though.
Yeah.
Or
slowly getting it
back in gas. Yep. All right, so yeah, just trying to do everything he can to just get that Nexus out just that much sooner. Every second does count. And with the Command Center first from Beastyqt, HasuObs will be slightly behind in economy, but of course, chrono boosting probes can help you catch up a little bit in that regard.
Let's see here now. Is that Nexus coming up now? And yeah, you're absolutely right, because his opponent will be double producing SCVs here in just a second.
Yep. And using mules as well. Don't forget that.
Oh, how could I ever forget the mule?
Pretty good, man. Those mules, they can carry a lot of minerals.
I'm told people like them and or think they're imbalanced.
Well, here's the big question. It's like, why don't Terran just like replace SCVs with mules? You know, I mean, why not just make a mule that lasts longer and just have the SCVs all be Marines or something? I don't know. I think
that drill's like pretty cool.
SCV union or something. They're like, we don't want to lose our jobs to machines.
This is interesting, though. The very first unit to come out for HasuObs is actually at the 28 supply mark with that first Stalker, even delayed on that after he had the gas and resources to do so, just so we could chrono boost out that many more probes.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, too, what are you really going to use a Zealot for in this situation on this map? Are you going to, like, walk it across the map? I mean, you can't chase down workers with it, really.
Do you think they're going to attack with 3 Marines or something? It's not going to happen.
Exactly. So you can very easily just skip that first cell and go right to the Stalker. So you see nearly every Protoss player do that.
Yeah, it was just still even a little bit later than normal, but see here, he's going right into a Robo now while he sends that that Stalker out across the map. Oh, I do apologize. I am totally 100% incorrect.
I guess you can just take the Xel'Nagitar with the Zealot. Go. That's what you can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I did not see the Zealot come out. I have egg on my face. I know it, but I'm okay about that. So.
It's true, man. He just took an egg and like smashed it all over his face.
Yeah, it's actually kind of gross.
Cat's Pajamas, he takes it seriously, man. Oh, no, that Stalker is going down, and the Zealot will follow as well. Whoops, definitely some missed micro there from HasuObs early on, and these Marines could do a little bit of pressure here with this as well.
Yeah, well, that Zealot and Stalker ended up not amounting to much, as we now have a Robo out there as well. 2 more gateways being thrown down as he continues to increase his probe count, so he has been able to catch up, even surpass his opponent in the worker counts that Zealot sitting there thinking his lucky stars. He still has those 2 hit points. I've always wondered about that because that's significant, like, internal damage done to someone. You're down to 2 hit points. Yeah, you have a shield over you, but you probably still feel like crap.
I don't know. Maybe it's like at the 0 hit points mark, you break through the armor and actually like kill someone. Because you think about it, all right, the weapons people use in StarCraft 2, and the weapons people use in StarCraft 2, apparently there's a bit of lag there.
Yes.
From the computer side.
Yes.
So, yeah, think about it. If you get hit even once by any of the weapons in StarCraft 2, you're probably just going to die, right? So I've always thought of it as the 0 hit points mark at the point where your armor or your carapace or whatever fails and the weapon actually gets through and just instantly kills you. That seems... I don't know. Does that seem realistic to you?
No, I like it. That's a good approach because it's like, oh, my armor's holding up for this long, but a bullet would still kill me.
But now, Zealots have a bunch of gaps in their armor. I mean, they're practically wearing like the Princess Leia bikini there, man. I mean, so it's like, I don't know. You could just aim a little bit better, I guess, if you're a Marine.
I suppose so. It looks like you could just hit their head, but whatever.
Yeah, that too.
Anyway.
That too. Maybe they have thick skin.
Yes.
Could be.
I suppose so. Debatable. Anyway, as Beastyqt is now has a missile turret up at the front, so the Observer has potentially getting shot down pretty quickly if HasuObs isn't paying attention, but it looks like he's sending that towards the back of the main to start things off.
And it looks like he will still be able to see it.
Oh!
Yep. Loses that right away. Oh, that's the best feeling in the world. I love that. I'm like, I just flew your Observer right into my turret.
Makes me cry.
I always giggle a little bit. I giggled a little bit right there. It's true.
I face-palmed a little bit. Raven coming out now, though, as Beastyqt will be able to take advantage of that point defense drone, of course. And it looks like he's going to... I wonder if he's going to follow this up with Banshees, because he's making a strong Marine tank Marauder force at the moment.
He certainly could. He could add Banshees on there. We could also see him add Medivacs as well with that and just kind of switch things over and make more Marauders. But he's got a lot of options. It's cool to see players using the sort of bio-tank expand style lately in TVP.
And another Observer is finally getting in, so HasuObs is going to get a better read on his opponent. Oh, and he does see the... oh, wow, he actually sees Banshees. A tech lab. Yeah, it is Banshees. A tech lab, starport, and factory all producing at the same time. Don't believe he's caught a glimpse of any of the tanks quite yet, but he can probably assume that's what's hitting.
Oh, looks like Empire.Beastyqt saw the Observer there. He's moving down to try to take it out, but doesn't quite get it. Yeah, he does see it with the Raven, but he doesn't have Stim. Oh, it looks like he will catch it anyway.
Oh, 2 Observers down. Makes me cry a little bit more.
Yep.
HasuObs going to a 3rd base, however. Beastyqt is doing no such thing. He doesn't even have one coming up inside of his main. We do have double chrono-boosted upgrades hitting, though, for HasuObs. He's already moving to 2-2, throwing in some Immortals there as well as he moves up to Templar.
Yeah, not too many Immortals on. Wow, they have to take a long walk to get out of the base as well with the way those buildings are laid out.
I know.
Yeah, he does have 2 Immortals. He would try to focus down the tanks if it came to a fight here.
It's
but
like tower defense.
If Beastyqt moves out, what he's really going to need more than anything is Colossi. So a little bit of a risky move by HasuObs actually going for the Templar check right away. He must be kind of counting on Beastyqt not moving up, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do anyway here.
Wow.
This is the type of that super huge tank push. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
This is like the all-in of all-ins. Wow.
Is he SCVs?
Not? What?
Are you,
Was that a mistake? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So this is like the granddaddy of all-ins, bit by bit prime, like somewhere in the world. He like feels...
He's like, yay, I'm so happy.
Yeah, he like feels something. He's like, I just felt a disturbance in the all-in force. It's like as if it was the largest all-in ever.
I feel validated again.
Too.
Holy mother of God.
It's a lot of SCVs. It's going to be, well, pretty much no bunkers because he doesn't have any mining. This is going to be crazy, man. Storm is not finished, too. That's huge.
Oh, my God. It's still 30 seconds away.
Wow.
That force is making its way out. HasuObs sees everything. Oh, my God. The first couple of units up in the front. 3 bunkers being placed down. Siege Tank's going to slowly leapfrog their way up.
Oh, Storm finishes if Beastyqt only knew, man.
I know. He's starting to filter some units through, though. Siege Tank's going to town. We'll see if HasuObs wants to move out. It looks like he is.
Oh.
There's our first Storm. Second Storm actually cleaning up a lot of those SCVs. Most of those actually went down. More stuff being pulled in now. Those Immortals starting to go to work on the Siege Tanks as well. He's actually dealt with those pretty well. Oh my God, Beastyqt, he's getting cleaned up.
Yeah, Storm basically saved the day right there. I mean, it finished just in time, and this bunker push is not going to work. That is it, man.
Wow, what a hold from HasuObs.
Yeah, no kidding. HasuObs just played that great. I think he got a little bit lucky with the storm timing. What
Yes.
a strange build from BeastyQt too to go all in at this point. Very, very odd build from our Terran player here, and it just did not work out. He's still got a good amount of SCVs, but it's going to be really tough to recover from this point.
He does, but his opponent hasn't lost a worker. He can
Yeah.
produce workers 3 at a time. He's making a 4th base as well, and of course now he's producing off of a solid 3 base, so he's got a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be way ahead here very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Good thing he got Storm right away, man. If Storm hadn't finished, that would have been a very different result right there.
Yes, it would have. And once again, I'm sure BeastyQt, if he looks back now, of course, who knows, maybe he'll rally himself to victory bit by bit part 2 and then be able to push through.
Yeah.
But if he does end up losing this game, he'll watch that replay and kind of kick himself a little bit.
What's the income right now for each player?
There you are.
Yeah, quite a bit higher. Actually, well, about even. Slightly higher even for our
Mules.
Terran player because of mules, too. Maybe he didn't pull as many SCVs as I thought he did. It initially looked like quite a few.
He lost 16. He actually pulled 16. That's how many
All
he
right.
lost.
But
So
that's not as many as I was going to guess. That looked like a lot more SCVs than it actually was.
Like this?
That's basically, yeah, that's a lot more SCVs than it actually was. All right, so there we go. There they are.
That's 32.
Yeah, all right. So that's pretty much all of the SCVs now. So he's going to have to win with this. Still going to be a strong push. How many Templar does
Just 2.
HasuObs
Just
have
2 right
out?
there.
Only 2. Each one has enough for 1 storm.
Pull all of the things. Oh, nice
Oh.
feedback. No point defense drone is going to be able to hit in this next engagement. High Templar, you need to throw down a storm. Something, anything. He does.
Yep. All right, but that used up a lot of Templar energy, so BeastyQt can definitely push ahead here. There are 4 Immortals, though. That's going to help quite a bit. 1 Templar still alive. Might have enough energy for Storm.
And
He's like, all right, so you have a base over there, but I'm going to ignore that for now.
He has to. He doesn't really have a choice, unfortunately. And now there's a lot of High Templar. 15 seconds, and they'll have all the energy they could ever want. 1 Templar already sitting there with a little bit as well. The longer BeastyQt delays now, the better of a position the HasuObs is going to be in. Nice feedback. Nice storms hitting.
I just don't know if this is going to work. I mean, BeastyQt is trying to send little groups of units out to draw storms here, as we saw.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. On 2 tanks, I don't think you can do this off of 2 tanks.
Auto turrets, maybe. No, actually, it's not going to be enough. All right, well, Guardian Shield hits. HasuObs going to start making his way out.
Nice
BeastyQt
spread.
splitting up his forces right now, but 2 tanks have gone down. The last one is remaining, but look how quickly everything's getting crashed through. HasuObs now double the supply of his opponent. He is going to break this one more time.
GG.
There's the GG,
Wow.
and Mouz has actually tied it up 2-2. A brilliant hold there from HasuObs.